Alrighty, today is the weekly wrap-up of week 6 of trying to get rich at the road to $1 million at 18. My name is Jack. I'm on the road to $1 million. That's the goal I'm working towards at the moment. I'm documenting each day to get there. The lessons, the challenges, the successes, the things I'm learning along the way, all of it. I want to document it and share it as I'm building. Not try and teach from this high ground of just saying how this is it, but just show along the journey. I think it's important that people do that. And today's video marks week 6 of me doing that daily documentation. And so I've got a few things I want to run you through, how the last week has gone. It's the beginning of July. It's a day 1 of July. So I want to walk through the last month, how it's gone, what I plan to do for next week and the next month, as well as just a few things I'm working on within my business, how I'm structuring it moving forward, as well as a few really interesting concepts and ideas that I'm taking into building skills, my business, and myself, and then some ideas that I'm inheriting on my outlook on life and business as a whole, which I want to run through. First things first, how the last week and the month went. As a month as a whole, it was a good month. It was a really good month in terms of revenue for the business. Did well, up there with some of the best months I've had yet. However, and if I'm going to be completely honest, I like how I feel that it was a bad month, because there is still such a long way to go in terms of the journey of me getting to $1 million, but also I want to go so much further than that. I have such great ambitions and goals on the journey that I'm going so far with my business and where I'm trying to go with everything. I want to meet cool people. I want to do incredible things, build incredible businesses, but the last month has been awesome. How I've gotten clients has been predominantly through cold email and paid ads. If you've seen my last video, that's what I talk about a lot in terms of client acquisition. Cold email has been so valuable and good for me. I've gotten a few clients in this last month through cold email, and I'm getting a really good response rate through the campaign that I'm running at the moment. I'm actually in the process of launching another campaign. One of my previous videos was me titled, I'm going all in on cold email, and that's not wrong. I'm going all in on cold email. I want to have as many campaigns as possible. I've got a VA, virtual assistant, scraping hundreds of leads for me a day so that I have the ability to send these emails every day and just have it non-stop, have inbound leads coming in. That's not inbound, that's outbound. The inbounds with the paid ads, but I'm going to focus on the cold email first. I won't touch on it for too long, but it's going after businesses that I want to go after. And I give the VA specific instructions, like go after XYZ business. For example, car detailing businesses that offer ceramic coatings. I've gotten good results for them. I know what to do to get leads, to get clients, to grow the business. And I've got a case study, which I use within that email. I've got a really insanely good script. It's just a matter of sending those emails. So that's what I'm doing at the moment with other businesses as well. And that's doing well. I just need to send more emails. I'm currently only sending 25 a day. I want to take that up to 100. And I bought some emails, spent $150 on pre-warmed emails so I can send them straight away. And this next week, it's going to be launching those cold emails in terms of paid ads. Last week, paid ads performance has dropped off a bit. I've still got a few leads. I got a lead interested. I was meant to have a call this morning, but I had to reschedule. So I'll give them a ring in the morning and then reschedule that call. Paid ads dropped off performance. Still gotten a few leads, but the lead cost went up. And I have a few things which I want to change in terms of my paid ad strategy and the way that I generate leads. So at the moment, I'm addressing concerns within the market from an authority. And how it's going so far is the lead costs have gone up. They've gone up, less leads. The people who come through are still good, however, not as many leads that I would like. So here's what I'm doing. I'm pivoting, and I'm basing this actually on a client that I'm running ads for. He's a car detailer in Perth. And he's doing pretty well with it, generating pretty good leads and being really well received. He's got incredible comments on it. And this is story-based ads and copy. He's 20 years old. He runs a car detailing business. And what he is doing is the ad is focusing on his story. Him being 20 years old, him focusing on the excellence of his service, trying to make a name for himself, what has led up to that point in terms of starting his business and where he's wanting to go with it. And it's doing really well. Like, for example, we spent on the ads $600 last month. We're back more than $4,000 in revenue, which is pretty freaking cool. If you can spend $600 and make $4,000 back consistently, that's insane. And then on top of that, you add the word of mouth, you add the other ways you get clients. And then if you want to increase the ad spend, it's just like you do the math. You do the math. Now, obviously, it's not linear growth, but I digress. That's what I want to do for myself. Instead of addressing these problems from an authority, I want to be like, my name's Jack, I'm 18, and I have run an agency for the past 2.5 years to help service businesses, and now branching out into sort of e-com and supplement brand, which 2 businesses which I've onboarded recently. But worked with businesses to generate leads, clients, and growth through predominantly Facebook and Instagram ads and Google ads. And then I do web design as well and some SEO stuff. But the Meta and Google ads are the main 2 to generate leads, clients, and growth for businesses. And then talk about where I'm trying to go. I'm not there yet. What am I doing to get there? But because I'm here right now, who am I looking to work with? Why am I looking to work with them? And then get them to not align with the problem that I'm addressing, which is good. But I feel like I could get them to more align with my story and who I am. So if I can get them to want to work with me as a person, but also convey my skill set and my competence, because I have full confidence in my ability to run ads for businesses that partner with. Now, obviously, it's got to be the right business, the right service, right price, and they've got to be the right person, as in like they want to grow the business, they're willing to invest, and they've got some money to play with. If they check all those boxes, then I'm confident in my ability to actually be able to get them results. And that's the most important thing. It's having confidence in yourself and your ability to provide the service that you're offering. But that's what I want to do with that story-based ad. And I'm actually really excited. I just need to script it out and then film it. But once that's filmed, once that's ready to go, I think that'll perform well. Then it's just a matter of turning that one story-based ad into multiple story-based ads from different angles, different hooks, different call to actions, and finding the one that works, doubling down, changing something each time, and that's how you scale a campaign. That's how that works. Now, what I need to do within my business is I need to create more structure, more organization. And I've mentioned this before, and I've made some progress in regards to that. However, there's still not the level of structure and organization and efficiency that I want. I don't have the systems in place where project management is as good as I'd like. Like some things that I focus on get delayed or they fall by the wayside until I'm reminded to come around, shit, I forgot to do that. So it's a lot. There's a few things I need to do organizationally, which I'm working really hard to improve upon, and I'm going to. And the reason as well, partly making these videos, is the stuff that I say, I'm holding myself accountable and telling it to you, because once I put it out there, it's not just me thinking it in my head. And frankly, if I haven't put it out there, written it down, said it, then there's nothing to really hold me to it. It's just a thought. But when I put it out there, it increases the chance that I actually do it, and I'm holding myself accountable. This is a form of that. But also, how am I going to build a team? A really good team around me that can scale, that can provide the absolute best service possible, and that can run efficiently and effectively. So there's a few things I'm working on with that. To summarize those, it's really efficient organizational systems, so project management, things I need to do for clients and within the actual business, as well as how to create, hire, and run an effective and efficient team that is freaking good at what they do and that they're killers. I really want to build out an awesome team so I can grow a really, really good business that is freaking good at what they do. That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? And you're never going to make money if you're not good at the service you're providing, like the skill itself. You need to know how it works. You need to have people within the business who are very skilled in what you're offering. So that's what I'm trying to do with that. Now, I'm halfway through it. I had to stop the video because I wanted to film. But it was from Alex Becker. Now, if you run a business, if you're young and you want to learn about mental side of business, but also building skills, all of it, listen to Alex Becker's business channel. It is insanely valuable. I believe he's one of the best in the space. The concepts he talks about, he's a bit of a loose cannon. When you watch it, you either think he's funny or he's not. I think it's quite funny. He just says random stuff. He just says whatever he feels like. He's made millions upon millions. He's made he had an exit in a company for more than $100 million. He's in software right now. He's been in the Facebook ads game. He's been in the courses game. He's in crypto. But his business content is insanely valuable. Him running he runs ads for his software business. If you are young, or not even if you're young, if you're just in business in general, and it's anything involved with copywriting, running ads, selling product, running software, predominantly anything to do with ads, watch his stuff. Watch his business channel. It's one of the most valuable things that I watch on YouTube, and the stuff that I derive the most value from. I've said value a million times. Don't get sick, but please don't get sick of that. But in the video, he was talking about 4 skills that if you learn, if you get really good at, you will make a shit ton of money. What are those 4 skills? It's digital copywriting. So it's sales copy. So that's anything from ads copy, landing page copy. It's the ability to sell through the written word online. If you learn that skill, insanely valuable. Second skill, one-to-one sales. So this is either over the phone or in face-to-face. Insanely valuable skill. Third skill, ads. The ability to sell a product through ads, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, whatever the different platforms are, TikTok, all of it, ads. And then the last one was market to product fit. If you see a gap within a market that you think there is a problem there to solve, that a product can come in to fit that, whether it's expensive or cheap, if there's profit, you can make a lot of money. Those 4 skills, if you can learn them, and if you can learn one, you will make so much more money in your life. If you can learn 2, 3, or 4, you're sorted. Now, I'm lucky because I run an agency. So it's a digital marketing agency providing advertising services to businesses, but now also web design and SEO. Because I run an agency, and I think it's one of the best businesses for people to start, because you learn digital copywriting, because you're running ads for these businesses, you're running ads for yourself, you're sending cold emails, all of these different things where you're selling through the written word digitally. You learn one-to-one sales over the phone, or if you're going in your local area, in person, you learn sales. The improvement in my sales skills and sales abilities has exponentially grown since I've started. I had 0 sales skills in the beginning. Now I would consider myself quite good at selling. Like my close rate recently has been really high. Now, then that comes to the problem of I'm probably just not charging enough. And I'm good at the product I'm selling, and I also just need to do a lot more of it. It's a volume game, and if I'm doing well with the volume I've got, I just need to double that volume, or 10x that volume. Why am I thinking double? I'm thinking too small. You know what? I'll just 1,000,000 times the volume. There we go. But sales, I'm learning sales, and sales, you can take that into anything. You take that into talking to just normal human interactions. How does that work? How to get stuff that you want. We can talk about that another time. And then ads. Agency, you run ads for yourself, you run ads for clients. You understand how they work, how media buying works, what are all the metrics that you need to track to understand if a campaign's successful, how to scale a campaign, how to create good creative that converts, that creates trust with people, that generates quality leads, that generates clients and an actual return. And how does everything work when you're trying to, one, start a campaign and make it profitable in the beginning, and then scaling a profitable campaign? How does the ad fatigue work? How can you turn one really good performing ads into 50 of similar ads, but you're changing the hooks, the call to actions, the body, to be able to really make use of what's already working within the market and the angle that you found that works. Now, the market to product fit, that's, I guess, the one that doesn't really fit within the agency as much. However, I mean, an agency is just you providing a service. So whatever that service is, if there is a new market to product fit that you can see, you can run an agency providing a service for solving a problem that people aren't already solving, and then there's profit there, and then you can make. So it basically teaches you all 4. Definitely the first 3, insanely valuable. Builds so many good real world skills, real world experience. The way I think of it. I'm not going to uni. I'm 18. I finished school last year. All of my friends have gone to uni. I see it as I am getting so much further ahead in terms of skills, in terms of experience, in terms of understanding business, how it works firsthand. How do you build a team? How do you run ads? How do you write copy? How do you interact with other business owners? How do you interact with other people? How do you sell? Objection handling, all of these different things. How do you create content, creatives, whatever it is within the business space? You learn so much more because you are in the actual business. You are learning firsthand. You are getting the practical skill. They are building the theoretical skill. They're writing an essay on the 7 different psychology things you can use in marketing. When I'm running the freaking ads that are generating leads for companies, that is going to make them actually money. Like, what's more valuable? That's the way I view it. We can go in a whole lot deeper in what I think about uni and why I decided not to go and all of it, which I will eventually. I just need to find the time to fit in these talk. I've got so many talking topics that I would love to dive deep on and things that I very strongly believe. And again, what I say is not for everyone. I don't speak in just like as in what I say, perfect for everyone. Like, not everyone should start an agency. Not everyone shouldn't go to uni. Not everyone should go to uni. Not everyone should do exactly as I say. That should be a given. For some reason, the internet loses its mind when people talk like that and they think that the person saying something that they believe think that everyone should do what they're saying. I think that's ridiculous. But that's the 4 skills from Alex Becker's video. Watch Alex Becker's business YouTube channel. Insanely valuable. The last one, and it was some ideas and concepts that I heard recently from a podcast, Alex Hormozi, Chris Williamson. It's their most recent. They've had like 5. I've listened to them all multiple times. I'm on the second listen of the newest one, which came out like a week and a half ago. It's more than a 3-hour. It's longer than 3 hours. I love them. If I'm in the car, in the gym, whatever it is, I'm listening. I derive so much value from Hormozi and what he says, and I really enjoy the conversation and the dynamic they have. But there were 2 really cool concepts that I'm going to take into everything that I do. The first one, and this one I guess you could call a little bit controversial. I don't care. It's, if you can be in a bad mood for no reason, you can be in a good mood for no reason. Now, if you think to it, there are so many days that we've had within our lives where you can look at a day and go, nothing actually bad happened within the day. You could say that good things occurred within that day. You had good experiences, you had a good time, whatever it is. And at the end of that day, or during the day, you can be in a bad mood. No one looks differently upon you. They just go, oh, he's in a bad mood. They don't go, oh, but there's nothing to be in a bad mood for. They just accept it. However, you flip that around and something really bad has happened in someone's life during someone's day. Let's get really extreme and just say your parents die in a car crash. I know, extremely extreme, out of the pit, but like, you're probably going to be upset, you're going to be in a bad mood, but let's just go to the extreme here. If you then, say you're upset, whatever, but then you show up to other people in a good mood, everyone's going to be like, why is he in a good mood? He has nothing to be in a good mood about. And replace the parents in a car crash with whatever you want. Probably more minor things. But people look differently upon someone who is in a good mood when they have nothing to be in a good mood about. However, if you're in a bad mood when you have nothing really to be in a bad mood about, no one batters an eye. And I think it's a really cool frame, and then frame to just take within your life. It's like, if I can be, like, say you're having a bad day, things go wrong, things don't go as planned. You say to yourself or remind yourself, if I can be in a bad mood for no reason, I can be in a good mood for no reason. And Chris Williamson then rebuttals and goes, it's great in theory, but how easily is it to actually apply it? Which is a very pertinent point, and it's much easier to say than do, but something really important to remind myself. Like, there are so many times where I haven't had good days, still been happy, still been in a good mood. So it really resonates with myself. And I just thought it was important to share because there are so many people out there who could benefit from just understanding, being aware of the concept. And they can remind themselves, they can go through something and be, if I can be in a bad mood for no reason, I can be in a good mood for no reason. So that's an interesting one, which I really love. Second one, and it's the frame of the veteran. And it's Hormozi talking about when something goes wrong and people often lose their crap. Like something goes wrong and people are like, how the hell could this happen? Whatever they do. The frame of the veteran is, if this one thing happened thousands of times and you just knew it was going to happen, you'd probably accept it. You'd be like, that's just how it is. And as a result of that, you wouldn't be upset by it, or you wouldn't be, I'll say it again, upset by it, because I couldn't think of another way to say that. And if that one thing, that bad, and I've listened to it only twice, so I don't know the best way to say it. But if in that situation where it's just a thing that happens and you've accepted it, if that can happen, if it happens many, many, many times, you get used to it. Guess what? Why can't you have that approach and that feeling towards it on the first time? When that first thing goes happen, why do you have to be upset or mad that so-and-so happened? Take the frame of the veteran and go, sure, if it's something that you can solve, you solve it. But you don't get all pissy about it. You have the frame of the veteran. It's like, this is just how it is. Or this has happened so many times, let's just fix it. I thought that was really interesting. And I want to actually listen to it again to have a greater understanding of it. But I think it is still something good to share. It's like if something happened thousands of times, you just accept it that it is. That just what happens when you do whatever you're doing. And if you can have and feel that way for something that happens that many times, if there's something that even happens just one time, you can feel the exact same way. Again, much easier said than done, but a really interesting frame. And there are so many more things that I could talk about, especially in the Hormozy and Chris Williamson conversations that I absolutely love, that I have ingrained in myself, in my personality. If you watch enough of my videos, you'll realize that I spout a lot and call it regurgitate. I like to say, filter it through my own reality, my perspective and the way I view the world and the things that I've done in my life and things I'm trying to do, and then regurgitate that through my own context. Another video I'm going to do, by the way. I think context, now, really important, like everything in the world is context, but I need to find the right way to say it, tell a story around it, all of that. Separate video, digress. But that's today's video. I just wanted to walk you through the week, how it went, the plan for next week, next month, as well as talk over a few things that I'm trying to do, business, life, as well as some interesting concepts and ideas. There's so many more things that I could talk about in terms of different ideas and concepts, ways that I think about things, which I'm going to. I have this massive list of things that I want to talk about and make a video on, because I think it's important that there's certain things that we talk about, and there's also so many different things in life that if people were aware of a certain frame or a certain way to think about certain situations or the way that they approach things, that it could bring them so much value and even just be of interest. Doesn't need to necessarily bring them value, but be of interest. But today, week 6, trying to get rich, the road to $1 million at 18. My name's Jack. Today is day 42 on the road to $1 million. It's been a good day. I had a slow start to the day. I got up and read first thing. Didn't get out of bed, just pulled the book out. Read for I don't know however long. It's wet, a bit miserable, but I don't let the mood reflect in how I don't let the weather reflect in how I actually feel. So that has zero correlation with my enjoyment of a day. Sometimes I like rainy days. I like rainy days. I like sunny days. Really sunny a couple of days ago. I actually got a bit red from it, which was good because I haven't for ages. Haven't got much sun. Really rainy, windy today. Don't care. But that's today's video. I'll see you tomorrow.